Morning, Wolfie.
Good morning.
I'm not going to start with the normal, just general share advice, whatever, because it's there. Everyone can read it now.
Well, what happens if we got people that are blind and just listen?
Um, well, okay, it's maybe you better say it then, just in case for the blind people.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a disclaimer saying that this is only general advice, and everything we talk about pretty much stock related or technical related. All right,
Uh,
Dave, we're done.
yeah, I think we do actually have a lot of deaf and blind members. That's why we're so popular. Um,
We cater to everyone's needs, Dave. This
yeah.
is the beauty about us.
Um, right, Wolf.
Mhm.
Now, I just want to say I give you great advice, don't I? So, me and Wolf were going through all the stocks earlier, Wolf, and Wolf likes this story, CGS. Tell me why you like it, Wolf. Go on, tell me why you
All
like
right,
it.
so you know, I always gravitate towards stories that can show me growth, that are in interesting space, right? And I can sort of get behind a little bit of FOMO as well. This is I want the momentum. So obviously a good chart is that's what gets me the three things. So in this case, it's got all these three ingredients in here. So I'm doing a little bit more work on this, having a look at, I've just listened to the actual CEO's presentation that was out, I think, last month. And he's talking, I like the fact that he's talking long term. He's really painting a very rosy picture in the cognitive space, testing cognitive space, because we've just recently seen one of the drugs being approved in the US by FDA for Alzheimer's. And that hasn't happened for about 20, 30 years. So it potentially could open up a rush towards new therapies for Alzheimer's, which has really been one of those difficult conditions or illnesses that, just hasn't been quite um, addressed by the medical fraternity out there because it's so difficult. So if there is a bit more of a focus on this space, I think they could do very, very well. So I like it from that point of view. You buy it, you hold on, you see it, there's growth there. You're talking about, I think, again, another 20 or 30% already this year. So yeah, look, I'm very warming to it. The more I look at it, the more I'm thinking, yeah, I'm potentially hold on for the next couple of years and see how far we can take this. So Dave, you gave me some magical advice this morning because I asked you, I'm looking at this, I'm going, Dave, where do you think this is going? Right. And your answer was just, I love, because obviously it was so insightful. And you said,
Well, it'll go up or down.
thank you.
I
That was the
know,
most
and the
genius.
sad thing is, I was trying to be serious, but so what I meant about that, Wolf,
Yes.
I've got no idea, right? So what you have to do, Wolfie, is play the charts in your favor. So
Yes.
when you buy this, is when it jumps over 250.
Okay.
Because
Because
then
I'm
if
always,
it goes over 250 and closes there by the end of the week,
mm-hmm,
then I feel confident to say to you it's going to
mm-hmm,
go up.
yeah.
So what we thought, everyone needs to look at this and put it on your radar.
Mm-hmm,
And if you can see this trade above 250 by the end of the week,
mm-hmm.
then I think that's when you get into it, Wolf.
Okay. So for those that got it, obviously hold on to it. We talked about this. We talked this company before, and I'm sure there's a few people in this already. But for those that don't, that's what I'm trying to sort of figure out when is a good time to get into this story. That's why the question was posed this morning today before the video. And he gave me a absolutely fantastic response. That is wait to see where it goes, which is good. So I want everyone to put this on their watch list because I like this story and I'm warming to it the further that time goes on. Um, yeah, so over 250, I'm happy to go for it. Other than that, we'll talk about it maybe probably in the next month or so. Because I got a feeling, Dave, this could go over 250 very shortly.
All right. Well, if it does go over 250, then we want to get on board.
All right.
Uh,
Anyway, we just digress slightly because this was an interesting story for me because I was looking at it a little bit closer.
Wolf, we're going to go for the trade of the day,
Okay.
and it's creepy up. So a buy around Oz Forex is the
Yep.
story. So
Mm-hmm.
they just recently announced. I think the share price action recently has been superb.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, look, just I'm not going anywhere big here, Wolf, but it'll trade up to $2. It's 184. You get 185.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? 3 or 4, 5%. Target $2.
Okay. I'm happy with that. Remember, we're not here to make millions of dollars overnight. We're here to make those sensible trades, the easy money that looks fairly good risk reward here. I like it, Dave. So, and also remember, fundamentally, from my point of view, the recent update was positive, and the market saw it as positive. So there you go.
Actually, that's 8% up to $2. I didn't realize it was so much. If you go 185 and you go $2, that's it's not bad. It's 8%. So I think that could be a nice little trade.
That could be a good dinner for us, Dave. Whoever makes a little bit of money.
We hope so. Now your SES put out an announcement again, that's solid, and reacting to it quite nicely, Wolf. And so it's just hold the trend line beautifully, hasn't it?
Well, they've come up with a couple of positive announcements after that update they gave us at the AGM, right? So that was a little bit shaky, going, oh, there could be some disruptions, but they came through like a good company should, stemmed the flow with a couple of positives. And this is another good one, Officeworks, which is pretty strange. I mean, you normally associate Officeworks with furniture, right? For the office and stuff, computers, doggy bags. I don't know where that comes from, but anyway, we'll see what happens.
But good looking chart, Wolf. If it can end like this by the end of the week, it's you can see it's going higher next week. It looks very, very good. Yep. RMC, obviously the chart looks awful, but the announcement wasn't too bad. Wide open. We do like this story. It's oat milk, it's vegan, but the chart's just not there at the moment. It's just on the watch list. We've got PRO, which was a trend the other week. It's had a fantastic move since. It's broken below 120, so you'll be taking profits on this one. So I haven't got really too much to say on that one. MRZ, I like the breakout last week, so yes, I could buy it. They didn't raise much money. I thought they could have got a little bit more than 4, but anyway, chart looks good, and if you're in it, you definitely be holding it. AIM is terrible. I don't. Why this, Wolf? Does it really deserve this, or?
Well, look, it's interesting because I had a look at the announcement today, and it's something to do with the Morgan's report. So the ASX said why the drop, right? There was a query put on because there's a speeding ticket. You can get speeding ticket going up, and you can get one going down. So they got one going down, and they've explained that there was a report by Morgan's basically downgrading some of the numbers in the report. So they've said, look, it wasn't endorsed. It's just a view, or just their opinion. That's what happens. And because Morgan's is the only broker by the looks of things that's actually following AIM, it's got a fairly big clout, right? So there you go. It goes down because of it. Other issues with the company? I don't think so. But you can't be in it. I mean, it's just that's how it is. That's how it looks like. You can't be in it at the moment. There is just no love for this. Hopefully, with time, we'll work its back up again. But for the moment, nah, pass.
CAE, Wolf. I thought, yes, if people hadn't made any money on this, it broke support. You've got to get out of it. But the announcement again was not too bad. I mean, they're showing that at depth there's some good gold hits.
Yeah, and I think, look, now when you look at it, when you look back, that big green candle that went from 30 cents to 55 was just too much, too fast. In a real world, it had to have a pullback, and it has. So it's normal. I think probably around the 30-cent mark would be where it's going to maybe find its feet, Dave. And when you look at today's announcement, fundamentally, there's definitely support there that it's still looking pretty good, right? It's still looking pretty good. There still should be some interest from the investors out there. However, you've got to play it. If you're trading this, you've got to play it on announcements, on when the next real results are going to come through. Unless you're taking the longer term view in this, that you think, you believe that this is a good story, then you just have to stick to the trend lines, but some aggressive trend lines, because you don't want to see it pull back from 30 back to 18, because you're going to lose probably half your money.
Well, I wonder what Levisa's looking at. I just saw Macquarie's come out with a 25 cents target price. It's not a bad little chart, actually, to be honest. I know you never like cheap jewelry.
I don't have any. That's the problem, right? Maybe I should stop wearing cheap jewelry.
But I'll tell you what, if you're in the chart, you definitely, I think you'd definitely be holding this. And, would you trade it? I mean, we can have a look. I mean, that's a pretty bullish target price by Macquarie. What did it open this week? It opened at, say, 21. Yeah, I mean, if you were going to trade it, Wolf, up to 25, I think you'd have a stop loss. Maybe just go 19, 90 around there. But you know what, Wolf, someone could trade that. I'm not going to put it on the dashboard. I'm not crazy about the story. It's not the best chart, but it's just it's interesting. Macquarie like it. Apparently, new CEO, they like him. He's got a lot of experience in growing the brands. Yeah, obviously they're growing in China and Asia. So there's a bit to like about this story, Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Great.
you don't like it.
No, look, I like the fundamentals that is actually growing some of the financials in there, but from a product point of view, I probably don't know enough about it. It's jewelry, obviously, so the female race would probably know more about it than me. So I'm just going to let this one go to the keeper because I've got plenty to play with anyway.
All right, but nice looking chart. An interesting upgrade from Macquarie on that one. Wolf, on that's it. We got one trade really. OFX.
Let's talk about a couple of things. Just let's help people out because we got a couple of stocks that we talked about. Trade Watch.
Oh yeah, we did.
Let's just update a couple of stocks, and one of them was actually a hot stock, and that was 360. So let's talk about that one first, and then we will talk about Seek.
Yeah, that has been a good little story all around, hasn't it?
So let's just update where we're at with this one.
And just stretching up, isn't it? So, Wolf, I think you can lift that stop loss now to. We had a look at this at $12.78, so it should hold there. So, just keep on lifting those stops and look at the chart. So the chart doesn't give you any reason, does it, to get out, even from that buy signal where it jumped up from.
However, it is nervous when you look at so far from the trend lines. That's why you need that tight stop, Dave, like you said, 12.78.
Yeah, I think 12.78. By the end of the week, that would be a perfect little stop.
Agreed.
And the other one, obviously Seek, Wolf. It's we put that on as a trade. It's going through absolutely beautifully. So just edging up to that 36 now. Okay, it might get to 36, but it's sort of profit-taking time. So no harm to take a little profit here. It's had a little bit of a run. Could run a little bit more, but I think in this market, Wolf, like we discussed earlier, just don't be greedy.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Anything else, Wolf, you want to talk about?
No, I think we're good. We got the tonight's Ask the Analyst, so please join us for that little chat. But apart from that, I think a fairly quiet day today, announcement-wise. I think the market's just probably just having a bit of one of those moments. Just doesn't know where to go, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's sort of starting to look a bit tired, isn't it?
That's right.
On that note, Wolf, thank you very much. I look forward to live tonight.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
Bye.